Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my current issues in finance. Today, I would like to talk about Tesla's investment in Bitcoin. Yesterday, it came all over in the news that Tesla announced in an SEC filing that it has bought 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Tesla also said it would start accepting Bitcoin as a payment method for its products. Tesla's CEO has been credited for raising the prices of cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, through its messages on Twitter. And of course, this occurrence raises some questions from investors. And today, I have invited Niranjan Sapkota, who is cryptofinance expert and doctorate student in finance at the University of Barca, to discuss this issue. Welcome, Niranjan. Hi, Niranjan.
Hi, Klaus.
Hi. So we have heard about yesterday about this news concerning Tesla and the purchase of or the investment in Bitcoin. So what do you think? What's the motivation for why Tesla invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin? What's your thought on that issue?
Okay, before answering this question, I'd like to show you the 10K SEC filing by Tesla first. Okay, So maybe I can share the screen. Okay, here. This one. Can you see my screen? Okay. Yeah. So we can read this paragraph here. In January 2021, we updated our investment policy to provide us with more flexibility to further diversify and maximize returns on our cash that is not required to maintain adequate operating liquidity. As a part of the policy, which was duly approved by the audit committee of our board of directors, we may invest a portion of such cash in certain alternative reserve assets, including digital assets, gold bullion, gold exchange traded funds, and other assets as specified in the future. Thereafter, we invested an aggregate $1.5 billion in Bitcoin under this policy and may acquire and hold digital assets from time to time or long term. Moreover, we expect to begin accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment for our products in the near future, subject to applicable laws and initially on the limited basis, which we may or may not liquidate upon receipt. Yes. So you can say that now Tesla is officially in cryptocurrency market. They saw the potential of cryptocurrency, and they want to invest it as an alternative investment source. And also, since they are planning to accept it as a medium of exchange, like if you want to buy their Tesla products, you can buy by using Bitcoin. So obviously, if they are accepting Bitcoin in future, they should have some sort of investment in it, as far as I understood. So it's kind of their step in cryptocurrency markets in both sector, as an investment and as an medium of exchange. So they are on the both wheels, you know.
Yeah. And given that Tesla had about $19 billion in cash, right?
Yes. So 1.5 billion is not much. So it's not much, given that they have 90 billion in cash holdings, right?
So it's just 8% basically of their cash.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you see it like this as a speculative investment, what do they have only to lose this in absolute worst case, they only have to lose this 1.5 billion. Still, they have 18 or yeah, almost $18 billion left. So, but the sky is the limit. I mean, if Bitcoin prices continue to increase over the next years, then of course they make a huge profit with that, right? So they could basically, they have not much to lose, but high potential profits.
Yes, you're right.
So, and we have already heard that in the media it says that Tesla will accept also soon payments in Bitcoin.
Yes.
And we have also known, or we have also heard that scientific research has suggested that 50% of Bitcoin transactions can be traced to criminal activity. And now as an investor, or let's say as a skeptical investor, one might wonder, okay, what does that mean for Tesla? Is Tesla now supporting drugs, or is Tesla now active in this sort of gray zone business? What is your thought on that?
Okay, so first of all, one should not be surprised if Tesla is accepting Bitcoin as a medium of exchange, because it's not Starbucks accepting Bitcoin for their coffees, right? So right now, what is the block time for Bitcoin? It's 10 minutes per block. And what is the transaction confirmation? You need to have like at least 6 blocks before your transactions is confirmed. So you don't need to wait in line for 60 minutes. So 10 into 6, 60 minutes, that's 1 hour for a cup of coffee. So that's not possible for Starbucks. But certainly you can wait 1 hour, 2 hours for your car, right? So it's possible. And for micro payments like coffee from Starbucks, or coffee from anywhere, or some retail purchase, if you are using Bitcoin, it's for small purchase, for micro payments, it's really difficult from Bitcoin. But there is a concept of offline off-chain payment. So if you are doing micro payments, so your payments will be settled off-chain, and then finally it will be updated in the main blockchain. So that's the concept. So there is possibility of micro payments by using this Bitcoin also. But for Tesla, if it is accepting Bitcoin as a medium of exchange, if you can pay for the purchase of your car using Bitcoin, then it's possible. And for your other questions regarding if Tesla is supporting drugs, one cannot say so, even though the studies shows that around 50% of Bitcoin transactions can be traced back to illegal activities like sex, drugs. But these transactions, they are done by the criminals under, let's say, dark webs. But you cannot trace those criminals back if they are using dark webs. And people are shifting from this Bitcoin to the private currencies, where you cannot trace back to the users even though they are not using dark webs. So it would be not reasonable to accuse like Tesla if they are kind of favoring illegal activities by accepting Bitcoin as a medium of payment, because see, Bitcoin itself can be used as a medium of exchange, that and it's kind of open ledger. So you can see what sort of transactions, who is the receiving party, from which address Tesla is receiving money, or to which address it's sending. So it's open and transparent. So it's for them, it's impossible to do some sort of illegal activities, even do some sort of support drugs. Or and other thing I want to mention is about this fungibility issue. Suppose for now, right now, fiat currencies like dollars, even though if you earn it by using some illegal activities, $1 that you earn from illegal activities and $1 that I earn from uh, legal activities, the valuation is same, right? But for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, it depends. Value depends upon how you use it. If you have used it in some sort of illegal activities, then it can be marked as dirty coin. So here, instead of worrying about if Tesla is supporting drugs, I should be worried if Tesla, if there will be some sort of market participants who can buy Tesla products by using dirty Bitcoins. So Tesla might be victim here, because who knows, in future dirty coins can be valued at zero or very less valued. I mean,
yeah.
So it can be other way around,
Yeah. So actually, people could not, one cannot conclude that Tesla is supporting drugs just because it's now active in the Bitcoin market, right?
No.
Moreover, even though 50% of the overall transaction volume could be traced back to illegal activity, it doesn't mean that 50% of Bitcoin units actually are in the wallets of criminals, right? It could be only a small fraction, right? Because of these very small transaction amounts as well.
Yeah. Transaction amount, so if you look exactly on the figure, so it was around 70 billion, right? So the market cap at that time, when that study came out, it was around, Bitcoin market cap was around 200 billion. So it's almost, you can say almost half amount, 70. So let's say 40%, I say 40%, around 40% of Bitcoin was actually used in illegal activities. So, but the thing is, it was 50% of transaction, and in amount, it was around 30 to 40%. So, there are like lots of transactions, because people these days, they have, for criminals, it has become so a safe source to buy drugs by using dark webs. Like there was some news about Silk Road, but now it has been seized, this Silk Road website actually. So likewise.
Yeah. Another question that of course arises is, if you compare Bitcoin to traditional currencies such as dollars or euro, Bitcoin is much more volatile. And do you think that this Tesla's endeavor in Bitcoin, or in using Bitcoin as a payment method, makes it economically sense, because due to Bitcoin's large volatility?
Yes. You can see this in two ways. Like you can say yes, and you can say no also. So let's first say yes. Since they have started accepting, I mean, they said they will start accepting Bitcoin as a medium of exchange. So let's talk about intrinsic value of Bitcoin. What is the intrinsic value of Bitcoin? It's basically zero, right?
It should be like that, yeah.
Yeah, and just like what is the intrinsic value of fundamental value of dollar if it is not backed by any gold reserve?
Exactly. It was like a long time ago that the dollar was backed up by gold. Right?
Yeah. So basically, our this monetary systems runs nowadays on this trust base. It's trust based. So basically, if you trust your banking system, you trust dollars. If you trust this algorithms codes, if you trust this financial technology, then you have a trust in Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
So if you see the volatility of dollars, it's kind of a flat line. It doesn't have too much volatility. But if you look at the volatility of Bitcoin, it's like nowadays 10% is quite less. 10% up and down is quite less, right? For Bitcoin.
Yeah, nowadays.
Let's 10% now when the market price is like almost 50,000. So 5,000. So you can see today it's like from 42 to 46,000. So it's like 5,000 up and down is like normal. 10%, let's say 10%. So the valuation of company itself and the value of index is now highly volatile, you can say.
Yeah, exactly. And also, if you consider actually that given that Tesla invested only a very small fraction of its cash, like less than 8% in a market that is very volatile, volatility also means like that there's upside, right? I mean, it means, you know, as you know from finance, that the higher the volatility, the higher is the expected return as well. So, of course, it's a speculative investment if you see it as an investment, and so there could be a high chance as well, right? So, I mean, it's given that it's only a very small fraction of the cash that is now invested in Bitcoin, it's probably more upside than downside at this stage.
Right? Yeah. If you see like why they are holding this digital assets, so they have said like they are going to hold this digital assets time and again or for long term. So basically, this might be just the initial investment from Tesla. So in future they are investing more and more. So you can see from their statement here. So it's I would say it's just the beginning. So for this is now Tesla has now you know, institutionalized Bitcoin, I say. Earlier it was like just the retail investors doing speculative trading. So now the institutions has officially entered as a who is taking Bitcoin both as a medium of exchange as well as an alternative investment tools. So
so actually we can say that times are changing nowadays.
Yes.
Another issue that is interesting is that what we know from academic research, that there are research papers documenting that that Twitter has an impact on the pricing or influences the prices of cryptocurrencies. And it is mentioned that the CEO, Tesla CEO, mentioned Bitcoin previously positively on his Twitter account.
Yes.
And investors might wonder, or they might ask, could it be that he manipulated the investors by preparing them for his move to invest in Bitcoin?
Okay.
What is your thought?
Okay. Nice question. So can you guess how many followers does Musk has in Twitter?
Yes, probably almost as much as Donald Trump.
Okay, so he has, I guess he has more than 40 million followers in Twitter. So that's like, that's too much. So that's too many numbers. So he is quite influential in terms of market, in terms of like giving direction to the market. So basically, a few days back, he tweeted about he changed his bio actually. So hashtag Bitcoin. So that was in January. So you can say this investment, they made this investment, it came out on February 8th of February, but they made investment in Bitcoin in January. So at that time, so as per my guessing actually, so they made the investment in early January, and Musk, he tweeted like hashtag Bitcoin, and then now you see, now you know why he has like hashtag Bitcoin, and then at that time also it was Bitcoin price was around 32,000 or something, and then it went to 39 or something, right? So from his one hashtag, market went crazy. So
20%
now they have made an official reporting, like they have already invested 1.5 billion. And when this came out, market went up to 46,000, 46,000. So you can say Musk, in a way, he I don't know if it is correct to say, but in a way you can say his tweets are kind of manipulating the market. So
it's basically justified to argue that that he has prepared the investors for his move. So basically one could have some expectations.
Right? Yes, and when one has so many followers in Twitter, so basically all the market, so you can see who are the followers of Musk. So basically tech guys who has investments in cryptocurrency market, basically who are investing in cryptocurrency market, basically finance guys and tech guys, right? So, and Musk is that guy who is associated in both ways. So he's a tech guy, he's a finance guy also. So and his followers are basically this people from this or investors from these both backgrounds. So 47 millions, they know that one of the richest guy in this planet is investing in Bitcoin. That means they will also ride the bull along with Musk, right?
Yeah, exactly. And those investors or those people who can afford Tesla, they can also afford buying Bitcoin when it's traded at $50,000, right?
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. Okay. Then my last question for today, which also could be interesting from an investor's perspective. So what we know from our common research is that the cryptos, in terms of tokens, can also be used for raising money. Mm-hmm. And now the question arises, how long will it take until Tesla or other companies use tokens for raising money instead of, let's say, stocks?
Okay, so back in 2018, like there was some sort of rumors that Musk will be launching this ICO with the name Musk Coin, but it was never confirmed by Elon Musk himself. At that time, he needed some sort of capital for this Tesla Model 3, 40 to 50 billion something, but it was not, it was never official, like but since this Tesla now is officially in cryptocurrency market, investing in Bitcoin. So it's not, I see like in quite near future, like they might have this sort of ICO where investors from different countries, since this ICO market is like open to all, it's a global platform, right? So if you have cryptocurrency, then you can invest in ICO and then be a be a stakeholder in Tesla. So basically, anyone will be interested, like in one of the biggest company, and to get some sort of stake. So I think in near future it's quite possible that Tesla or Musk will come up with initial coin offering or even security token offering.
Yeah, and I assume also that if investors would invest via tokens in a company, then they would most likely also require some sort of ownership, and which brings us to security tokens.
Right? I said security token.
Security tokens. So they would probably then not use these utility tokens that are right now very popular, but the next generation of tokens, which are security tokens, where you can attach an ownership to the token, like in stocks. Basically, they are very similar to stocks, right, in their functioning.
Yeah, that's right.
Niranjan. Yeah, thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for your opinions on the topic.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me, and it was a nice discussion. And hopefully in future we'll have another session where we'll discuss more about this digital market.
Yes, of course. Yes. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was today's current issue in finance. Thank you for your attention.